Tutorial is about setting up background images in Blender 3D for modeling. So to model, you need at least 3 pictures, like the front view, the side view, and the top view. You need at least 3 pictures that are like 90 degrees to each other so you can make a decent model. And to get the menu to add in background images, you press the N key on the keyboard and now scroll down to background images and then enable it. Then click add image, and you over here you set what view you want it. So we're going to start with the front view, and we're going to add the image. In this case we're using a Ferrari Enzo, and to see it you need to be in orthogonal view by pressing 5 in the keyboard and then pressing 1 to go into front view. So these views will only appear in both, or it's got to be orthographic, and see when you move it you don't see it anymore. You need to be in exactly front view, or later on when we add like the side views you'll be able to see that. Now if your keyboard is not letting you do this when you press 5 or so, it's because if you're on a laptop, I suggest you go to File, User Preferences, and then go to Input right over here, and then go to Emulate Numpad. That's what will let you use the regular number keys as a numpad. Okay, so now the front view, you want to move the image so that the center of your front view is lined up with the center of the axes that form the background image. So over here you have controls to both move them on the X and Y axis as well as adjust the rotation and size. So over here we'll just start moving it over and getting it closer on the Y axis. Now you'll see you need to add a little bit, and you'll kind of guess and get it closer and closer. So that's good enough. Now for aligning the other pictures as well, overall I suggest you keep one picture that has all of them. I've tried cutting them out and then saving them as individual images, but for some reason the other image will actually be like a different scale, which is just strange to me. Even though I cut out the picture exactly as it was from the same resolution image, for some reason when I had a different setup with individual pictures it didn't work. So the easiest way is just keep the same picture with all your views and then just add the same picture over again for each view. So next we'll just add the side view. which will be the left side. And since we already loaded the image, you can click right there on this little tab right here, which is the same image, and to go into left view, press Control and press 3. You can see the left view, but we need a reference to know where to start aligning that the left side. So up here we'll use the top of the car. And now you can see the very top of the car is over here, and now we just move the image over. So in general, you want to use something that's out the outer edge, that's very visible or easy to line up. In this case, I just chose the top of the car to line up with the front view to the left side view. Now the same thing with the back view. I'm just gonna use the top side of the car. And to get into the back view, it's Control 1. Alright, so that back view is aligned, so if you hit 1, top of the hood also aligns. to the back view of the roof. Okay, lastly, to align the top of the car, you want the top of the car to line up with the front tip right over here. So we'll change back to the left side view. Click on the very tip right here as close as you can. Next, we'll just add the last image, which is the top. And press 7 to see the top view. In this case, we need to rotate it as well. 90 degrees. And finally, you want to check if these views make sense. So is this really the front? Now if I rotate the view and kind of look at where this point is, so I see one is the front, and then left side view. So in this case, the front and back are actually they're flipped, and that's only because Blender thinks that positive X to the right is actually like one of the directions it thinks that it's the front is actually the other way around. So we'll just flip those for the front and back. So you go to front and just make it back, and then the back you change it to front. And that's about it for setting up the default settings. One extra method that you can do to add in background pictures is by holding shift and then pressing A and then going to empty and then clicking image, and then all the way over here in this tab you can select an image. And then you can place it all that way, and it's up to you whichever way is more intuitive. There's some trade-offs, so like the other method, it only appears when you're in that specific view, whereas this picture is always there no matter what view you're looking at it. So again, getting this last alternative method is shift A, empty, go to image. And that's about it for the tutorial.